Welcome back to the channel everyone. Today we're diving into one of the most powerful and classic beatdown decks in Clash Royale, the Giant Double Prince. It's the deck that says why send one scary troop when I can send 3. If you love building unstoppable pushes and watching towers melt faster than your elixir bar, this is the deck for you. Let's break it down, how it works, why it is so strong, and how to play it like a pro without going broke on elixir. So what is Giant Double Prince? Giant Double Prince or GDP is a beatdown control hybrid deck that focuses on building strong counter pushes behind your giant. You defend with your princess, then place a giant in front to lead the charge straight to the tower. It's like assembling the Avengers, tank in front, damage dealers behind, and chaos everywhere. The goal is simple: defend efficiently, build a push, and crush your opponent in one massive counter attack. So, let's meet the stars of the show. First, we have the Giant, your big tank and main win condition. He soaks up damage while your princess do all the real work. Drop him in front of surviving troops for an unstoppable push. Next, we have the Dark Prince and the Prince. Dark Prince is your splash defender. His charge attack hits groups of troops, making him perfect for clearing swarms and supporting pushes. While the Prince is a single target assassin. When he charges, he melts everything like tanks, mini-tanks, and even towers. Great on both offense and defense. Next, we have Mega Minion or the Minions. These are your cheap air defense that can also join pushes for support. They're your anti-Baby Dragon or Inferno counter. Next, we have your Electro Wizard. He stuns Infernos, resets Sparky, and supports your giant beautifully. Next, we have Mega Minion or Musketeer. These are your alternative supports. Provides long-range coverage for the Musketeer, while a short burst damage for the Mega Minion. And these two pairs well with the Giant. Last are your spells. You have the mandatory Zap, and you can choose between Fireball or Arrows. Zap clears swarms and resets Infernos, while Fireball nukes defending Musketeers, Archers, and support troops, while Arrows nukes everything that is swarm. This deck isn't super fast. It is all about value, timing, and counter push power. The idea behind Giant Double Prince is very simple but deadly. First, you defend with your princess. Then, you let them survive the push. You drop Giant in the front and you just created a monster counter attack for 10 elixir that is nearly impossible to stop without a miracle. It is not about spamming at the bridge, it is about defending efficiently and converting defense into offense. And once the Giant starts tanking hits, both princes charge up and delete anything in their way. For the step 3, you just win. Now, defensively speaking, this deck is super solid. First, you have the Prince that takes care of tanks like Giant, Valkyrie, or Hog. Then you have the Dark Prince which handles swarms, units like Goblin Gang or Skeleton Army. Next, you have Electro Wizards that keeps Infernos and Sparky in check. And your Mega Minion or Musketeer gives you the air control you need. Once you defend, don't waste that opportunity. Drop a giant in front of your surviving troops and watch the counter push destroy towers. That's how GDP wins. One good defense turns into a full-blown tower takedown. Now let's talk about the little things that separate good GDP players from great ones. First, you have your elixir management. Never starts a giant in the back unless you are ahead in elixir or it is double time. Also, be mindful of your spacing because if you clump your troops and you don't avoid giving your opponent fireball or lightning value, then you just lose. Next is your patience. This isn't a spam deck. Wait for the perfect counter push. Now, these are the common mistakes of some players. And do not do this. First, dropping giant with no support, wasting both princes at once, and last, starting your push with no plan. That is just donating elixir basically. So there you have it, Giant Double Prince or GDP, one of the strongest, most classic beatdown decks in Clash Royale. If you love heavy pushes, perfect timing, and seeing your opponent's tower vanish in seconds, this is your deck. Defend smart, counter hard, and always let your giant lead the charge. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button, subscribe for more Clash Royale archetype guides, and comment which deck you want me to break down next. Maybe Lava Loon, maybe Royal Giant, or maybe X-Bow Control. Till next time, thanks for watching.